Anthony Harwig, Ty Bartell here with a Fitch softball player profile. We are joined by Samantha A. of Fitch softball. Samantha, thank you so much for taking the time to join us today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, Sam, the first and foremost reason of why we're even having this player profile is I think some news broke of a guaranteed, I guess, 4 more years of playing softball at the next level. So I wanted to give you the opportunity to anyone that may have not have heard the news to break where you're going to be going to college next season.
I will be attending Baldwin Wallace.
Now, talking about that, what was the decision that went into Baldwin Wallace University, and what was the kind of weighing out process with other colleges that made you decide and fit on Baldwin Wallace?
Baldwin Wallace just had the campus was everything I wanted. The coach, he was he was like a team coach, not like an individual, and he cares about like everybody on the team, unlike a lot of the other coaches. So I just felt like all the girls were nice, and I just felt like I'd fit in there.
We know that the recruiting process can be stressful and it can put a lot of pressure on athletes to try to impress college coaches all the time. How much of a relief is it to make this decision, know where you're going, and not have to worry about all that mess anymore?
It is a huge relief because my emails would always be blowing up, and there would always be coaches reaching out to me, asking me to come visit, even colleges I haven't even heard of. So it's just a huge relief knowing that I don't have to not worry about it, but worry about it anymore.
Ty, I think you're muted, bud.
I think I'd be remiss to say that you've had a very interesting and unique 4 years of high school softball experience. The sophomore year not happening at all at high school. Junior year, you have a very great pitcher in Lydia Spalding, and now right back at it with Sydney Watts at this. Pin this year amongst the other ones that you participated in with high school softball. What makes this year so unique, and what's this experience like your senior year?
So my freshman year, I was at Boardman. And then my sophomore year was canceled. And junior year, I was at Lakeview. So this year, I was looking forward to coming to Fitch a lot because it's a better program and everybody's like a team player, aren't one-on-one. And we all just work together, push each other. So I feel like this year has the most impact on me because the bond with all of the players is amazing and the coach bond is amazing. Everything about Fitch softball and their program is amazing.
And you said that this year has had the most impact on you. So what I'm going to ask is between the last 3 years and this year, how much do you think you have grown just this season with Fitch softball and with this program?
I honestly think I have grown more as a person, characteristic wise, rather than a player, because everybody pushes you towards your goals at Fitch. Everybody is very supportive and if you're down, they push you. And it's just very supportive as a characteristic, and I feel like I grew as a person more than a player.
Talking about that too, and just looking at this team from an outsider's perspective, there is so many unique personalities on this Fitch softball team. Talk to me about just the one that's the loudest in the dugout is the question that we keep having going around, and then also who's the one that can always make you laugh no matter what the situation is.
There's a few that are the loudest in the dugout. I'd probably have to point out Kayla Schubert, Allie Foley, and Ayla Ray. They are probably the loudest ones in the dugout because we have the paddles and they bang them on everything.
You know,
And
Ty, correct.
then,
Oh, sorry.
oh no, you're good. And then the one that makes me laugh no matter what is probably Ayla Ray.
Ty, correct me if I'm wrong, but we've asked that question a lot. I think Ayla Ray gets her first shout out as loudest in the dugout.
And you know what? It's so interesting because she's one of the quietest girls outside of
She's loud in the dugout, especially with Allie.
Allie and Kayla have been getting most of those nods as votes for loudest in the dugout.
Yeah.
We talk about this personality and the head of the ship, the one that gets to control all you guys, have to deal with all you guys, is Steve Ward. Talk about what an impact being with Coach Ward has been on you.
Being with Coach Ward, he is probably one of the best coaches I've had because he cares more about how you're doing as a person than how you are as a player. He still cares about player wise, but he always checks up on all of us to make sure we're physically and mentally okay before every practice, before every game, which is like a very like big impact on like mental health because it helps a lot.
You mentioned playing for different schools throughout your high school career.
Yes.
Do you see it as an advantage going into the next level, having so much exposure to different coaching styles and different play styles?
I do. I see it as an advantage because I know like what I work with and like what I don't work with. Like there were a few coaches in the past where like I just wasn't having it, and there are coaches where like they help a lot. So I know like the different styles that work for me and don't.
When you look at this team and being a part of this program, obviously you probably had some expectations coming in on what it was going to be like because it was your first year with them. How did expectations meet reality?
So the standard is very high at Fitch. Like it's, I don't want to say like outrageous, but it is very high. And with that being said, it just pushes all of us even more and to becoming a better person and player, which is very like I want to say good. So
Coming in though as a senior this year, you're kind of asked to take a leadership role because you've been there, done that in the softball realm, at least in the high school level. Do you see the Myrtle Beach trip as being beneficial as kind of, I don't want to say putting your place or your footprint on as being a leader, but kind of getting closer with the team and just getting that trust built even more?
yes, the Myrtle Beach trip did help a lot. We had a lot of team bonding. Like for instance, we all went on the banana boat together, and that was very fun. And it was like competitive too at times because I don't know how to explain it. Like we were all trying to like be together as one, but sometimes it would get hard because other girls were like going with their families. And then, so there was like a lot of, I don't want to say arguing or like disagreeing, but there were times where we were down and we all had to like come back together and like restore our bond.
Obviously, to play softball for as long as you have and to want to continue playing at the next level, you have to love it. So, talk about your love story with softball, where it started, and how it's grown over the years.
So I played in Boardman until probably freshman year. I started sophomore year in Boardman, and then season got canceled and I moved to Lakeview. So growing up, I played for Boardman Little Spartans. It was the Boardman Community Softball Program. My dad was my coach, and Marco Marinucci, who is now the Boardman Athletic Director, he was my coach all the way till 16U, and then our team fell apart, so I moved to Valley Extreme with Joe Angelo, who's the Canfield coach. So having different high school coaches and figures as my like travel coaches was a big impact, and playing them in high school like made it more, I don't want to say competitive, but more competitive because they were like my travel coaches. So with that being said, softball it had a huge impact on my life, especially all the players, all the coaches, all the bonds I made and friendships.
Let's talk about this season too, and just what you guys have been able to do. You came across another win yesterday too, moving on to the next round, and it turns out to be Louisville. Talk to me about just some of the goals in this tournament for your senior season, final season in high school softball.
So our goals are to make it all the way to state, and with the way we've been playing, I believe we do have a very good shot at that if we stay strong and just keep working together. And I hope to keep the bond that we have because our team has an amazing bond, and we all just need to keep pushing each other and encouraging each other to do better.
All right, Sam. Before we let you go, let's have a little rapid fire section of this interview to get to know you a little bit off the field. And I'll start with this: sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
All right, a night in or a night out?
Night in.
All right, are you someone that learns more by listening and watching, or doing?
Doing.
What is your hidden talent?
Tumbling, like gymnastics.
Well, that's a good one. What is one mythical creature that you wish existed?
um, A unicorn.
That is like the most popular answer ever. If we were gonna put you on a game show, what game show do you think you would have the best chance at winning?
Jeopardy.
Um, what is your favorite subject in school?
Math.
Favorite if you could have any animal as a pet, what would you have?
A giraffe.
If you were not playing the sport you were playing, what sport would you want to play?
Tennis.
What is the best vacation you've ever had?
Hawaii.
What's your dream vacation?
Bahamas.
What food do you cook the best?
Chicken Alfredo.
And what is the last thing you cooked?
Steak.
Who do you text the most?
Caitlin Mitchell.
What was the last thing you texted Caitlin Mitchell?
Hi, and she didn't answer.
Oh man, she's in trouble now. What was the last time that the last craft that you made? Arts and crafts.
Earrings.
What is one thing that you spend a lot of money on that you probably shouldn't?
Clothes.
What was your last impulse buy?
This headband.
Yes, of the props. What teammate can cheer you up no matter what the situation is?
Ayla Ray.
And if you could live anywhere in the world, where would you want to live?
Ireland.
All right. One last thing before we let you go, I want to give you the chance to thank your support system, the people that are always there for you, and the people that you probably wouldn't be where you are on this journey without.
I just want to say thank you to all of my teammates, Coach Ward, all of my coaches in the past, all my friends, all my family, and just everybody for being there for me throughout this whole process.
All right, Samantha, thank you so much for joining us today. We'll talk to you again real soon, and good luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.